You can see we've tipped the chair up against a table for easy access. That's not necessary, but it's a convenient way to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is use a paper clip or some kind of tool with a hook on the end of it to open the backrest zipper. And then we'll use a Phillips head screwdriver, preferably electric, to remove all the screws that secure the massage mechanism cover to the chair frame. Then we'll remove that cover to expose the massage mechanism and the main PCB, which is located on top of it. Next, we'll remove all the screws that secure the PCB box cover. We'll remove the cover. So once we have the PCB box cover off, the next thing we're going to do is cut all of the zip ties that secure all these cables. And be very careful not to cut any of the wires. Okay, once all the zip ties are removed, then we need to start following the cable harnesses from the massage mechanism, starting at the top there. If you discover any other zip ties you missed, just cut them so you have access to all of the wiring coming from the massage mechanism. So once you locate the harness that's coming from the massage mechanism, then disconnect all the connectors associated with that particular harness. You'll notice that the connectors are spread out all over the board, so it can be a bit of a treasure hunt to get all of the connectors associated with a harness. So So there's the first harness is clear. And the lower harness. So this is what's left then, and we're ready to remove the massage mechanism from the chair. So you'll need your power Phillips head screwdriver again.
Screws this comes off.
To remove the PCB box from the massage mechanism. The screws you can see are in the corners.
Up.
And then push it upward and remove it from the massage mechanism. Next, we need to remove all the screws that from the edges of the massage mechanism that secure the mechanism to the chair frame. Once all the screws are removed from both sides, you can lift the massage mechanism out of the chair. Oops, looks like we forgot one zip tie. There we go. To install the new massage mechanism then, place it inside the chair frame. Lining the screw holes with the screw holes on the chair frame. And then replace all the screws along the two sides to secure it. Next, we need to place the main PCB box back into position and secure it to the massage mechanism by replacing the 2 screws at the top end of it. First, slide the little tabs into the slots at the bottom, and then the top is secured with the 2 screws. The next step then is to reconnect all of the different connectors, and again, each one is unique in either color or pinout, so you don't need to worry about connecting them to the wrong place. Okay, it's helpful to take one harness at a time when reconnecting these connectors. Take one harness and maybe perhaps follow the shortest connector, locate where that goes on the board, and then the next shortest, and so on and so on. And just work one harness at a time. Will help to keep the cables kind of grouped so that they're ready for installing new zip ties. Okay, we have all the connectors reconnected to the board. Now it's time to install new zip ties.
See what I'm saying?
So before we zip tie, we need to organize the cable harnesses over in the cable guides. You can see some of them are rounded, which leave room for rounded cable harnesses, and some of them have slotted pieces that fit into corresponding slots on the cable guide. So kind of get the harnesses organized in those cable guides. And in this case, we have two harnesses in this upper rounded slot. So that helps to organize the cables.
Then zip tie.
And from there, then, you can see the cables kind of organize themselves, and we're just going to simply secure them so that they stay in those locations. So first we're going to zip tie around the cable harnesses to keep them in the correct. Keep those 2 together in the top slot. So next we'll just take that whole top bunch of wires and run a zip tie around there to keep them all oriented at the top of the PCB. Put a second one in there. And we'll move down to the bunch that's right in front of the cable guides and secure them together. Moving down to the lower left, the remaining bunch of wires, secure them along the left side. And you only need to secure these just tight enough to keep them in their location, not so that they're pinching the wires. Okay, then we're ready to cut the tails off the zip ties. And we're ready to put the cover back on. Again, check again and make sure the cable harnesses are installed properly along the left side there, so that the PCB box cover fits over them correctly. And this cover goes into position with the thicker end on the bottom. And you can see how the cable guides fit nicely in the left-hand side of the cover. And replace the screws to secure the PCB box cover. Next, we're ready to place the massage mechanism cover back over the mechanism, and then replace all the screws to secure that. Once we replace all those screws, then just close the backrest zipper, and we're done. And once all those screws are replaced, fold the cover back over the backrest and close the zipper. And we're done.